Well, folks, I got an idea. I want to make my video interesting, something maybe you haven't seen, or maybe something will be helpful. Let's take a look and see what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm back, and what I'm basically going to be talking about is showing you more information regarding not just listing an item, but how it's laid out and how it is sold. And maybe there'll be some information that will be helpful to you. What I want to do is I want to show you the one picture of the item, and then I'll show you the other pictures that are part of that program that perhaps even help sell the sale to sell. So, well, you know what I mean. So let's take a look, and let me go ahead and start right now. Well, I decided to choose a rainy day to show you this picture. Let's see the Hulk, 338 views, 8 loves. And the picture there, you see the picture with the extended arms. I use contrasting colors to make it stand out. Also, putting a ruler also shows the size, and very important. The back side is also actually very important because people will actually ask for it. A close-up of your product is always a sellable item to do, and even if he's an action figure, show him with some action. And even if he takes on like a little dragon there, it's always good. Another good picture, theirs is the American Doll. A quick listing, only 8 views. One person bought it right away. And it was a vintage Biddy body baby spring dress. This is a good picture, but the problem is, look at the background. I got too much stuff there. Should have simplified it. This is a good shot because it's a close-up of the merchandise. And of course, shooting the back, once again, you show her long hair, her legs, and that's important. Again, the ruler makes a telling statement. It makes it show you how big it is, and then even underneath what you don't see is something that people will ask about. And of course, it has an identifying mark that shows it's a genuine article. Then we have this Harry Potter bag, very fascinating. 72 views, very short time I had it, but a lot of people looked at it, and it was a kind of a backpack. You notice that the picture there, once again, it's front and centered, and the background's not a good choice there. I can improve on that, but you see the straps from the back side. You see the straps that fit on the back because people want to see all different angles. Even a close-up, and you can see the emblem there on the bottom right-hand corner. That's important to show authenticity. Then you open it up and show inside that it's clean and that it can put a lot of different merchandise in it, and that's important too. Again, the tape, I taped it from the top to the bottom because people want to know how tall it is from shoulder on down. How wide is it? I put the tape down there, as you can see. And then, of course, at the same time, also how tall, how wide is it? These are all telling signs to help people see what they're buying, or hopefully what they're buying. This is the bottom. People want to know underneath the bottom, is it messed up or something like that, or is it clean? Now we get to another item. Now, as you look at this picture, notice the ID number, 032025. That, it represents the date, and it's also a way of finding the item that you want to, that you sell, so you can remove it. And this, of course, is what the shirt looks like front and center. I put it on a white, clear bed, my bed background, so you're able to see it. It stands out by itself. The measuring tape, once again, shows how long it is. People want to know how wide it is. The tape, once again, shows it. And then, of course, how open are the arms. I do that with the tape. The measuring tape, and then of course even the neck. People ask some of the strangest questions sometimes, and if you can beat them to the punch, you're better off. This is the backside. Always show the backside of a shirt. Now here's shoes. Now these are woman's red stitches. It's important to show that. And of course all the detailed information, how it's an air-cooled memory. That was what helped sell a good description of it, as well as the front and center. Once again, we used a good setting, and there's a description, a lengthy description of the item, which I copied over from somebody else. The shoes looking straight up and down. I use a reflective background to make it stand out and jump at it. And of course, with the measuring stick, once again, shows how big it is, even though you have the measurements, the sizes of the shoe. Still, it's also good to show the inside of the shoes because people know it's shoes, but they don't want to look at the shoes. Clean the bottom of the shoes. Very essential. I've seen shoes that haven't been. The back end, once again, showing all angles of the shoes. It really helps sell these used shoes. And that's what you got to do. Pay close attention. Here's a description that shows what other people were selling. Now, I put it up there so people can see the contrast. This is just an example of many others that I've already sold, and we don't have time to go into it, but thank you for watching. Well, here's someone new at Becky's Barn. Oh, how are you? Good to see you. She's keeping it to herself.
Turn her other arm.
Turn around, okay. And we bid thee adieu, and not interrupting Sharon. She's in the middle of an intense negotiation, right? Intense negotiation.
We're not negotiating anything right now.
Anyway, come on down to Becky's Barn. We've got some wonderful things. Doc's not always at the barn, but the barn is always still here waiting for you. Lee, bring this man this comic book, She-Hulk. Don't forget.
Right.
We'll have it for him. We got pretty dresses. This is a pretty dress. So I think they're all pretty and everything. I just wanted to put that in there.
What's up?
And here's a selection of Funko Pop trading cards. Here at Jockey Lot. Folks, I just got that back here at Perlis. Hey, some great. I had corn in the cup. Very nice, very tasty, very affordable. You gotta see it. She not only got a killer smile, but she got a killer dish. So thank you for that. I'll be back.
Okay.
Let me show you folks the picture. This is what I'm talking about. So come on down here at Jockey Lot.
We have to have.
Well, folks, sometimes when you come to Jockey Lot, sometimes you gotta deal with weather. If you look at this, we got some weather inside and out. Isn't this something? Those four vendors outside. But we're inside, we're nice and dry. We're okay here. See, what did I tell you? Flying all the buckets. Hey, thanks for watching. Be sure you subscribe and like. Thank you.